Listen, welcome, and thank y'all. I want y'all to. I know y'all see where I'm at. I'm not on the toilet, but I can't walk. Like stand too much. I can't stand on my foot at all. Really well, my leg at all. And it's even though it's November 6th, it's 2:34, 35 in the morning a.m. It's still noisy and rapid, and there's people running back and forth, and I'm really not trying to have any interruptions for the sake of time. And Fudge is coming up soon. I want to make sure my mind is straight for that. I'm gonna just get my late night confessions out, and I'm gonna try to do it in a speedy manner. I have so much that I need to say, and so much that I can say, that trying to find something, trying to do it in 10 minutes is extremely exhausting. And it's tiresome because my channel is at the point where I want substance over anything anyway. And then I want my channel to get to the point where when people start to come, the content is already there. When I first started, and I started to get the people who are there now, I got the first week. And what was said to me was okay, but when the next video come out, you got a channel we watching, but there's nothing new coming up. So now I'm up to maybe 120 something videos, and now I can start pumping it to be something they can come to, because it's actually going to be something there. And I work the machine. So I say all that to say that, my late night confession has to do with two things: me and a person. And I will take less time on me because I don't really want to talk about it, because it puts me in a space that I don't want to be in. And I know there's going to be people that's offended by it, and there's going to be people who feel some type of way about it, because it's I understand that we have people who care about us. We just refuse to look at it at certain times. I could be in here and I could be crying and stressed out, and I could be yo, you know what? I don't understand how no one's calling me, no one's saying this, no one's doing that. Don't nobody know. Everybody acting like they don't know how urgent my situation is or nothing. And then a week I can go past, and I'm saying, I can't believe these people still calling me. I can't believe that they don't understand I'm in a hospital. I need rest. So you find yourself in that chaotic confusion where you complain about something only to get it and then complain about having it. So it's the human nature. I'm trying to get myself out of that, praying for something, and then once I get it, being totally misconstrued, praying for love, praying for happiness, and then once happiness and love come, then I'm tired of somebody nagging me. I'm tired of explaining myself. I'm tired of picking up the phone, having to tell us where I'm at. But you were just complaining about being lonely. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Number one with me, just to get out of the way, my health condition way more serious than I'm saying that it is. And today will mark the 39th day I've been in the hospital. I had 1 or 2 days outside, but today would be the 39th day I had in the hospital. And there's no end in sight. I have to go to a rehabilitation center to learn how to walk this time. And what I mean, the first time I had to go because the infection was so bad that it was getting in my bloodstream. And once it got in my bloodstream, what I haven't said to people is that I die. If the infection gets in my bloodstream in a high enough capacity, I die. Number two, IV antibiotics are the last straw. If they don't work, there's nothing they can do about it anymore. So I'm at the last string and the last straw, and I'm at the last thing, and I'm at the drastic point where they saying, all right, we're gonna do everything, but if this doesn't work, it's pretty much over. And I never said that out loud. I never told anyone, because I have this complex of myself that I feel the need to, to put God and mix God in with hope to the point where it becomes, where it becomes dangerous, because then it's if it doesn't work out for me, then I call God a liar, because I say God was going to do something and he didn't do it. And the bottom line is that's not how it is. That's a parachute. That's a blanket. That's a pillow to make you land soft. The bottom line is God answers prayers in His own way, and sometimes He might not answer prayers to save something else from happening that we don't understand. So the will of God is real, and I'm saying that I'm in a situation where I could die, and I never said that to people, and I never said it out loud. And I'm at the end of my treatment. There is no more treatment for what I have other than what I'm going through. But I also look at it with the beautifulness of the God of my understanding, and I'm so in tune. It's like these 90 days are just the start of the 90 days that's going to make your life comfortable. You keep prolonging it. You keep doing something and then stopping it. You keep doing something, then being afraid of getting an operation, and then you stopping it, then you wonder why it gets worse. Let me have these 90 days so the rest of your life can be beautiful. And I'm listening. And I'm going to just let His will be done. I'm not going to try to put my hands into it. I'm not going to do anything, but I felt like I needed to be truthful with y'all. And that's what happened with my dad. One day I was talking to my dad, and I'm talking to him about what we gonna do when we got home, cooking contests and all that, and he died. And I felt like I was robbed because I wasn't told it was a chance that it could happen. You know, I was the Christian way, like everything's gonna be fine, we're gonna pray this and that. Well, reality is like sometimes you have to be real with yourself and real with the people around you and respect them enough to say that it's a chance this might happen. I'm praying and I believe that it won't, but there's a chance that it will. So there you have it. I said it out loud. Number two, a person. I talk about my ex a lot because like it was a really, really, really good experience for me. And sometimes we get caught up in looking at the negative so much that we start to fool ourselves and believing that we only had negative consequences with this person. And you rob yourself of the beautiness of it. And what I gained from all of my past relationships was that they always got better. As far as me, I started being the guy who didn't lie, to the guy who didn't cheat, to the guy who paid bills, to the guy who understood that money can't solve everything, to the guy that, so it's like, even though these relationships didn't work, it taught me so much, and it's invaluable the amount of information I learned from my past relationship. And one of the things that I learned is that I'm transferring over to this one is that I can't deny the impact someone has in my life. Like the stuff that I'm going through, if it was not for Blue, if it was not for this woman named Simone that I have pushed away, I have tried on every turn to say I'm leaving, tried to like get her to leave me alone. I've tried to push her away, and we were going through our first little frat thing, and she came in the hospital yesterday without my permission. I ain't even tell her she could. She ain't asked. And the first thing she said to me was, "I'm fighting for you." And without her knowing, she said the thing that I have told multiple women in my past. That's my secret. My secret is that I've told women I've never met someone who said they were willing to fight for me. I've always fought for the relationship. I've always been a person who, like, when I want to leave, I listen to the speech. Well, we need to work on it. We need to do this counseling or something like you can't just give up on something if I mean what you posted, but it seems like I never get that in return. Yeah. It's like I never get that in return. I never get in return that, you know, you're worth me fighting for, especially like when there's information that's known. I suffer a lot. I suffered a lot. I've been delivered from an unbelievable amount of my afflictions, but I suffered a lot for dealing with this bone infection for 7 years now. No one know that. 7 years I've been dealing with this. And this person came to me yesterday and said something to me I have been dying to hear from a woman. And it scares the living shit out of me because, like, I'm not going to say I want to be miserable when it comes to relationships, but the risk of having another one and going through what I just went through is unbearable. But I can truly say today that I can't do this shit without Blue. I can't do this shit without Simone. I don't want to. I don't want to go a day. I don't want to go a night. If it's my last days and my last night, I want to spend it with her. And I say that privately, but I'm learning that just like God, when you say God's name privately, he will speak about you privately. But when you confess God out loud in public, he will talk about you in heaven publicly. So if I got enough heart to say that I care and I love and I genuinely need this woman in my life privately, I should be able to say it publicly. And I just did. I'm not afraid to say that I never thought I would be in love with another woman, but I need you, Simone. And I am happy that you're in my life. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Remember, if no one told you they love you today, then I do. And also remember that you can have a great day on purpose. You don't have to have it by accident because you got money or you got paid or something happened to you or you got the girl of your dreams or the man of your dreams. You can be happy because you woke up. And last but not least, and most importantly, remember that if you are miserable, you choose to be miserable. You are choosing to be miserable because the same thing that you are choosing to be miserable about is the same thing that you can get out of your life. Decopbo 1.